Collective, much love and light to you. Um, we are in a portal. Go figure. All right, 3, 2, 1, coming at you. And so I went out on a limb and I just thought perhaps maybe you'd like to gain a little bit more clarity on what is coming at you in this 3, 2, 1 energy, whether you're manifesting it and or aware of your manifestation of whatever and what all ever the it is. All right, we're going to talk about it. Love and light, Yasa. Love and light, Marwa. All right, I'm so glad you guys came on. I hope you're feeling amazing as you truthfully, truly are. Thank you for your likes and subscription. Um, so yeah, it's a 3, 2, 1 portal, and I have a little bit of a message about that before we get into the love messages. Love and light, Spoonie. All right, so happy Saturday, you guys, or whatever day it is, wherever you are. Um, One second, my ass is on fire. I have like my heating pad on here, and I'm like, oh, sciatica, guys. You don't want it, I promise. But anyways, um, so long story short, love and light, Laura. So I have the ability to make sure that everyone gets something out of the session tonight before we get into the love messages. All right, so we're still talking this 3, 2, 1 portal energy, the vibes, okay? And really what your spiritual guidance is coming through right now. No, you're fine, Laura. Nope, there's no dumb there. All right. That's just your sparkle. Okay, no worries. But anyways, so let go of your need for approval and or control, right? Some of you are going, I don't need anybody's approval. Okay, but what about how you try to control everything always and in always, or you try to know everything always and in always, and it's just not the time or not the vibe or not your lane. Okay, that's for somebody here. I'm not calling anyone out, and you don't need to out yourself. How beautiful is that? You can just receive the message, and now that you know better, you can live better, right? Love and light, Greg. So let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. I feel like that's a no-brainer. Hold on one second, you guys. I am so sorry. As I let go of what was no longer serving me because I don't understand. It's so funny. It's like a medical grade. So it's like, serious stuff. But sometimes I feel like it's like a little bit too much. So I had to let that go. Speaking of letting go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Okay. I have started to learn along the way that my life, as it were, seems to be a lot of synchronicities, perhaps for myself and damn sure others. So I just tend to go with the flow, and I appreciate you all doing the same right with me, okay? Because it doesn't really work so well without you. And gosh, I'd rather you go through it with me, all right? In the most beautiful sense of going through it, all right? This is not a trauma bond, I promise. Only love and light, you guys. Um, so there's that. Living in gratitude, finding gratitude for some of the smaller things in life. Why? So that you get those big fatty ones, right? So that you have something really to write home about, to talk about, okay, for people to just hate on you all the more, all right? Because you're not really going to just garner success without the haters, okay? And that's for someone too, because it's like it's giving friendly reminder, like you're asking for all the success and everything, and you want to go left and right and all over the world and everything in a day, but the other things that come with that, and the responsibility, heavy is the crown, as they say, right? um but understanding whatever you guys are giving out, it's getting just desserts time, all right? Karma. Mercury literally just went direct, and so that means those karmics, you're going to know who they are one by one. How? Well, ask it and hand it to them, most likely, all right? And that's some of the light stuff I could mention. Other things, okay? I don't need to. You get where I'm going with that, right? So there's that. Karma just is what it is. Again, another friendly reminder. So, but, people like us, myself, my collective, right? We, okay? We don't have to worry about such a thing as karma. We get excited to hear about karma because we know we've been putting good love and light energy out there, right? Helping our brothers and sisters, helping our mothers and fathers, as it were, right? According to your own specific journey, right? That's not for everyone. This is not people pleasers unite type of time. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit, coming through with the come through, okay? But you know what I'm getting at there. Stay in the moment, all right? Again, the word that comes to mind that already came through the channeling so far is journey, okay? It's a journey. It's not about the destination all the time, right? Yes, there's destinations and milestones, however you'd like to phrase or call them, um, you know, to look forward to. I'm not saying it that way. It's just be mindful. Some of you, maybe you're saying, I wish I could find a little bit more gratitude. Well, it might be more in the moments that you may find the reasoning to become more grateful. And for some of you, it takes you to slow down. Others, it takes for you to change your perception to see just that. Okay. Um, and remember, you guys, you gotta laugh. Life is gonna feel real fucking serious and painful if you don't laugh, if you don't lighten up, lighten the mood, right? You know how to do it for others. Most of you are ex people pleasers, correct? Correct, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, you know how you would do it for anyone else. Do it for you, okay? Alchemize for you. Love yourself for you. Cheer yourself on for you, okay? Encourage yourself for you now. Everyone else is still going to be just as fine as ever, all right? And if they're not, again, it's karma, and you're not here to save everyone, okay? You are here to live your life to the utmost experience, in the highest vibrational ways. And that definitely at least starts with a lot of self love and a few boundaries. All right. Just saying. Okay. But you can't make life serious all the time. I say it that way because, quite honestly, if life is feeling too serious, your focus, your choice in the matter in the moment. Okay. Maybe some of you say, well, I get caught up. Okay. Well, now that you know that, strategize against it, honey. Right? Love and light, Annette. Make it make sense for you. Different strokes for different folks here. It's still a general collective message, right? But you get the sentiment is okay now that if you've recognized the pattern or a theme, right? If you've recognized that, maybe you need to spend time away from devices, away from media, away from, whatever is, getting you stirred up there, okay? In a way that is not conducive towards your growth and sanity, right? Love and light, Susan. Hopefully, this is making sense to somebody. I'm just saying, because you do have a choice in the matter of what you focus on, right? Just like right now, somebody perhaps is choosing to, uh, click on to the video or off, right? It's the same type of scenario though, all right? You just got to plug in different coordinates. All right, some of you, it's I gotta get off the phone. Others, it's I just really gotta stop focusing there, right? Oh, I recognized I focused there. Maybe it's behind you. Maybe it's something in the past or someone, right? And you realize it's a pattern, okay? Just continue to find whatever else you can focus on, at least just the same, right? It's kind of how people trade off from one vice to the next, right? It's really talking about reprogramming. And of course, we're not talking literally trading one vice off for another, right? But we're literally talking about alchemy. It's kind of the same thing, although they're really parallel, depending on who I'm speaking to about their means and methods of the alchemy. Just saying, okay? Not to muddy the waters there. Hopefully that's making sense to somebody, but it's really definitely not a once and done type of experience from what I've ever known it to be and have seen it for others, okay? And I do stress that not because I'm trying to project that out onto you guys, but so that you don't feel alone that, oh, okay, I had another moment. Oh my gosh, I had a day, I had a time, right? Okay, pick yourself up and dust yourself off. Okay, you still have you, and as long as you still have you, you're still in it to win it, right? And that looks like, from one winner's circle to the next, a lot of different stuff. Okay, it's up to you to decide, what do you want out of this experience that we call life. All right, take notes, you guys, observe, and see if you can't get more out of your day, and even your meditative states, right? If you learn to be that observer of self, even inside of an experience. Like right now, you could be receiving this message, but simultaneously ask yourself to just kind of step back, right, away from the frame of what you're viewing on the other side of the camera, and away from yourself, essentially. Tap in. What would your higher self say to pay attention to about this message, or to receive about this message? Or how does this message or this environment that we're creating together feel? Okay, because I'm not for everyone, right? So it's okay to use your intuition. Does this feel good? Does this feel right? Right? Are we on the same frequency? Yes or no? And then you have to be honest. And sometimes I'm here so people can be just that, just to practice that level of authenticity, that means and method to check in. Is this for me? Right? And good on you, because you really shouldn't be walking around mindless and thoughtless, So getting into the main theme tonight, you guys, we are talking love. I'm going to ring the bell for the freebies. I haven't forgotten to give, but please, please and thank you, you guys. Check that description box below for the description, for the live stream rules in the description box, excuse me, because there's a certain way that we have to kind of do this. Sometimes there's really a lot of people on in the queue. So I've done my best, between me and my guidance team, to kind of give us a certain formatting where I can just allow for myself to flow in and out from one person's mini session to the next here. Please follow the rules. Everyone's going to know that knows the rules if you are or are not following them. All right, and even if you bypass all of that, Mayat law is still very much underway for this channel. If you don't know, look it up, okay? For those that maybe need that said a little different way, the honor system, right? There's eyes in the spirit realm all the time. Okay, so just saying, I'm not saying that in a threatening manner. I love and light my collective, and even if you decide not to be part of that experience, right, I'm still not your enemy. Okay, I love and light you regardless. Okay. um and that's what I mean by saying that, just a means of protection and clarity. Okay, anywho, all right, I got 3 piles to get through tonight, so I do want to go ahead and get started, but I will be mindful of the hour. And the bell has rung. You guys might notice the bell is not our normal bell. There's changes, understatement. And you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited for the changes for you all as well as myself, just within this short amount of time. I can feel it. I don't know if you guys are chalking it up as maybe just simply spring being in the air, but man, that's one thing. But at the same time, we simultaneously entered into that Chinese zodiacal new year. Okay, and y'all know that is the year of the fire horse. Okay, so we are actually going to get into that a little bit more specifically in pile number 2, so I won't let the cat all the way out the bag, just saying. But please do stick around. Please like the video, please, and thank you for those that already are. You guys are amazing. Oh, I love it. For those that are already following the live stream roles, good on you. Thank you so much. And for those that maybe don't know them, please, ask somebody for help if you can't find that description box, and catch yourselves up. Okay. If by chance something goes down and you're missed on this first round, I need you to know this is not the only time that the bell will be ringing. Okay. And if I ask you to restate your question, I'm not coming for you. It's just that you need to follow the rules. Okay. All right. Love and light, you guys. Okay. So let me see who's in here. First of all, let me say hi to everyone. Love and light again, Yasa and Marwa. All right. Love and light again, Spoonie. Love and light again, Laura. Love and light again, Greg. Love and light, Annette. Love and Light Susan, Love and Light Divine Lovely, Love and Light Raymond Torres, Love and Light, okay, so Love and Light, Love and Light. Okay, I thought I saw one other name in there. My bad, seeing stuff. Probably somebody who's yet to come. All right, so let me go back and in order answer questions. All right, so I believe Raymond Torres is up first. All right, still asking about Fabi. Okay, let's see here. Wow. I don't know. It sounds like from the pattern here, Fabi is still not really in your vicinity because you might be pushing her back by trying to grab onto the experience. But we'll see. So as usual, you get a yes. All right, even a yes at the bottom. All right. So hopefully, whatever work, I mean, hopefully this means you are doing the work here, Raymond. It's been a while, so I'm a little disoriented as far as the time on when it was we last spoke. But I really like to hear that you are doing the work and that is why the yes is really a yes. It's kind of bittersweet because I had hoped that you would have been kind of in physical vicinity by now. But at the same time, you do know what you were to be working on. And so, you know, that's why we talk about divine timing. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, but she's definitely still on the table, coming back around. I even shuffled. All right. Okay, so that is Raymond and Fabi. Okay, Yasa. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, your current project's on hold. Okay, let me see. Another good project. Okay, for Yasa. I am seeing that it is a no, right? But I'm also seeing that it might be time with the temperance, justice, and judgment on the other side of that, to find other employment or other agency, not exactly sure, or another company, okay? Um, because there's something about you being able to have like more steady work or more freedom in the work that you do, okay, outside of that employee. All right, but that was the no that I got. Okay. So okay, let me see here. Let me see here. So. Yeah, I mean, your divine guidance saying that you have other options that you've been sleeping on. I'm not sure. That's just the way I can read it. Look, I cut the deck to the Magician after shuffling, and these cards coming out, okay? Namely the Hermit card and the Six of Pentacles. This could also be saying go within and figure out what you want to do next so that you can create that. You know, it's like almost like if you can see it, if you can believe it to see it in your mind's eye, then you'll receive it in your physical. All right, maybe that's what Raymond's been doing. Ooh, Raymond, go ahead and manifest. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. And you're very welcome, Yasa. Love and Light Fiona. I didn't see you sneak in. Wait, hold on, let's see here. Hold on, my table thingy is acting aggressive. Hold on. All right. Where are we here? Okay, let's see here. So that was Yasa. Okay, now up to bat is Divine Lovely. All right, let's talk about B. And Susan, I'm going to ask that you kindly, please and thank you, read and follow those live stream rules in the description box below, babe, in the meantime, okay? Because I do see that you haven't done that. All right, so we're on Divine Lovely. All right, be coming back on. Okay, let me see here about B. Okay, let me see. Yeah, B knows you're a keeper, so ain't no way. You most likely get other options too, so ain't no way. That's why I just keep hearing ain't no way. Yeah, they would fight to be to be with you. Like you might have an issue trying to get rid of this one. Yeah, they want this. They want that new start. Hierophant on the other side of that pentacle, already talking about divine assistance. But yeah, I mean, you guys could be, power couple vibes too with that Ace of Pentacles. Could definitely connect to finances. But I need you to know it's not often spoken about in tarot land, but pentacles can speak to like feeling satiated, like feeling seen and heard, feeling satisfied with self or within a connection as well. All right. So, I mean, hey, those are pretty good cards. Just saying. Pretty sure that's, in it to win it. All right, so that's what I got for Divine Lovely MB. Muddy water, Spoonie. Yes, good stuff. Good, good, good. Okay. Um, okay, Love and Light Ariel. Um, right. Yeah. Okay. I think if you don't know if Candace has feelings for you, it's because they have yet to actually like break that to you. But they're definitely thinking about doing that. But there is a lot of anxiety about doing that. Okay. This could be perhaps because of religious upbringing. Doesn't have to be the case, but there's some inner turmoil that they're working through with the Ten of Swords. Okay. The Hierophant assisting, we'll say it that way, for them to make the decision. Once they do, everything balances out and you and they experience justice. Okay. They are going to come in with that talk. That's how I'm hearing to say it. That talk. Usually, like the Page of Cups and Tarot could talk about like a proposal, right? An offer. But I just heard it like the talk. So Ariel, so no, the bell rang, but then like I have to go like who's first in the queue, and so I just did yours, babe. That was yours. Hopefully resonated. And you're very welcome, Divine Lovely. Thank you. Okay, makes sense. Okay, I just saw what you said, Ariel. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. A lot of anxiety. It's gonna come in now. Might be between now and October though. That's a long time. But they're kind of high key obsessed, just saying. All right, let me get out of that energy, Ariel. Hold on. Because I'm looking at the devil card. I'm like, oh, let me not. That's a slippery rabbit hole. I was not prepared to go down on a live stream, just saying. Okay. So Love and Light Sunshine. Yes, you can ask a free question after you read the live stream rules and follow all of them, please and thank you. All right, and they are located in the description box, which is below this video and any video that you will find on this channel. Okay. And if you need some assistance, you'll see Fiona highlighted in blue in the chat is because she is one of our lovely moderators. Thank you for coming on, Fiona. And so should you need any assistance in finding that description box or the live stream rules, be nice to Fiona and she will hook you up. How about that? Yeah, it's giving, yeah, obsessed. Not in the sense of like, can't get anything else done, but in the sense of like, I mean, if you ever needed a place to stay in someone's mental space, she wouldn't mind, and you could sleep over. Let me ring a bell. Hold on. All right, let me stop. Okay, yikes! But the anxiety and right there. So, shoo-wee. All right, so that's what I had. Let me focus. Thank you, Fiona, for your assistance on those live stream rolls. I appreciate you. Um, did I miss somebody or no? And you know what, Fiona? No pressure, but like you high key might want to ask a question sometime. Like right, you don't have to do. I'm trying to say not right now, and I'm almost screaming at the screen like right now. Your dad is hilarious. I was prepping the session and not to be like all like woo woo, but I mean this literally happened. Like I was prepping the session. I was like, "Okay, let me get the initial cards and everything." And they fall to the floor and it's like, "Hi." And I'm like, "What?" And then I realize as I pick up the cards, I thought there were only two and there was three. Um, and the third card had the letter F. And usually whenever I see that initial, like for the collective, I just think Fiona, Fiona. So I was like, ah. Let me see here. Did I miss Susan after all of that? I'm so sorry, Susan. Okay, let me see about you and Brian. But anyways, I had to tell you that part because I was like, oh, I wasn't sure if I'd see you. And then I didn't see you right away. But now that I saw you and I had a second. Forgive me, Susan. Okay, here we go. Is that a synchronicity? Is Brian hemming and hawing, taking his time, trying to figure shit out? Yes, you're gonna get the offer, the apology, and the victory. All right. Um, and pretty sure karma is, hey, like I just said a few moments ago, Mercury is direct now. Karma is hitting, right? So sometimes you get sleepless nights whenever you don't think when you speak sometimes or when you act, okay? But divine wants you to know that when this person actually is like in your face again and stuff, it's because like they have understood the assignment is to make better choices and react in better ways. And so happiness is the ultimate I don't want to say ending, do I? Happiness is the outcome for the connection. So sorry, Susan. Sheesh. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure because I cut the deck right back to it again after shuffling that not that it's the same hurt and not that it's a contest, but divine sees all, right? And so, karma, right? Just saying. Um, if this is also to do with substances, because I'm getting like a lot of cups and stuff around the devil card, um, this person might come back like on a cleaner path. Okay. But either way, they're coming back on a path where it's like a better version of them. And you're like, oh, that's the version that I always knew you had in there, buddy. Right? Like it's giving that. So Lovelite, Andre, are you? Like what's up? What do you mean by mafia? Like mafia what? Mafia. All right, so hopefully that was worth the wait. Let's get into the freaking pile, shall we? Right? No, I don't remember that. I should though. I thought he dated a Susan, Fiona. Wasn't she the one with man hands? Wait, Susan. No, no, no. Susan. Wasn't she with George and she licked this did she lick the wedding invitations and that? Or the stamps or something? And then she That's the Susan I think I remember hearing about on Seinfeld. They were always like saying the name. Okay, anyhow, you guys, really quick. I'm over here trying to skip and hop through the rest of the portal message, and it's really, really good. Like I should not. So, whatever energies, right? We talked about life getting too serious, start ha-haing a lot more, right? Do what makes you feel silly and giggle and, get out of your comfort zone, maybe even a little bit with that, right? Like, maybe even try to find people to do some of the laughter with, right? Like, it's one thing, you guys, to be great at hermiting all the time, but change is upon us. Spring is here, okay? We're going to be expected to be out a lot more. Just a heads up. And it feels like I'm literally delivering like a serious heads up because most of us go, oh, what? No, we like our caves and our rabbit holes and, and our Netflix and chill, like, just singularly and stuff, right? I get it. But at the same time, we're here in the precipice of new earth, and new earth is an energy meant to be shared, right? It's not about, oh, okay, you're in this incubator here and I'm over there. Like, no, that's actually the old paradigm. Really. Those that know, okay? And so you do have this death card here for this 321 portal, a time of natural transition and transformation. I feel like this is an understated energy, but then at the same time, if you look at the card, it is not telling lies, right? For every butterfly, that's at least one dark night of the soul that most of us have been through. And again, I tell you guys all the time, and thankfully, the dark night is not just simply one night. Okay, it can be a cycle. I don't want to say more because I'm not trying to project a word curse, okay, about the time and the length of that experience. Just saying. And those that do know, okay? But man, um, right now, it's really best for you to liberate yourself from any notion of um restrictions, right? From any notion of the pressure, okay? Because could you imagine if as a diamond you had to actually not only withstand, you know obviously coal is, diamonds are made from coal. I'm like trying to say it backwards. Why? Help. Okay. So it takes a lot of pressure for a piece of coal to turn into a diamond, right? But could you imagine if, as that lump of coal, on top of the experience of being pressed, you go, I am so pressed. I am so restricted. I am in so much pain right now, right? Because some of you are maybe doing that, and other people are going, but you're a fucking diamond, but you're going to be a fucking diamond, but you're going to, and then you want to turn around and be like, but I'm the victim because nobody gets it, because nobody gets, and it's like, okay, maybe if you tweak your perception, you can get you so much, you really need to notice anyone else's perception about your brilliance, right? Just saying. Okay. Why should you feel any stress at all? Okay. It's one thing to go through stressful situations, right? Do you have to feel it all? Okay, and this kind of goes back to being the observer, right? Um, Learning to take notes, not just accepting that the experience is happening to you, okay? You really got to watch the victim mentality, you guys. Watch what you're projecting out there as well. Is it bullshit? Are you just bored with your life to the point where you have given up on it and you've got to interject and project into others? That's really sad. Fix it. You know what I mean? Why should you feel any stress at all? Why are you doing anything at all, right? If you don't even know, why should you? And some of you, you've been sitting on projects and you're supposed to be starting that like today. And stop worrying about the imperfection, right? Stop worrying about the imposter syndrome that maybe you are overcoming, okay? Imposter syndrome is always going to be there as a choice, just like it's always going to be a choice for you to overcome it. Make sense? The world needs you because you are already inspired to be an inspiration. And there are always eyes everywhere. And you don't need to know the source always. Okay. Many times you often will, right? You'll know these people are in my life for a reason, for a season. Okay. It's best to take notes so that you get the most enriched aspects out of the experience that's going to happen anyhow. What I mean by that is two people can be in the same room or the same chat having the same experience, the same session, the same lessons being brought to them, messages, right? And some people are I want to insert a sound here because I can't say the word, but they're uh, off in the back, right? And others are up in the front taking notes. The choice is yours, right? Do you want to excel? Do you want to be aware? Do you want to be success? Do you want to be wealth? Or do you want to be the jerk in the back? Choice is yours. Really, every time. All right. Pile number one, this is your crystal marker. All right, let me tell you about this. The other day, I had a really bad tower moment, and it sounded even worse than what it really was, okay? And a lot worse could have happened than this, so I'm not really complaining, but I do understand it to be a synchronicity. Long story short, this was purchased to be part of the CJDS jewelry line, and it got chipped. It's obsidian, so it's glass. Makes sense, okay? But at the same time, a lot worse really almost should have happened, right? So I take this and I make it pretty, all right? I make the black again in the parts where it had chipped off and just really wasn't reflecting the light the same, okay? So that I can at least still use it with the channel. It's still very much a protective stone as obsidian is, right? And it's very much a synchronicity of the connection that I will be talking about in pile number one. And I will let you know that pile number one as well as pile number three could have high key significance to twin flame. All right. Now, pile number two, woo wee. Okay. This is pile number two. And when I picked this piece out, I heard clarity. Somebody here needs some extreme clarity immediately. All right. And that is a clarity that not everyone connected to the collective, thankfully, is needing. Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now because I love you. All right. But at the same time, there is somebody here, and I'm being told you will be drawn to stay, to stick around, to F around perhaps, and find out so that you don't actually literally FAFO. You know what I'm saying? Pile number two, all right, if that's you. And pile number three, again, high key significance to twin flame connection. This is the Master Healer quartz, okay? And it is in the carved form of that of a flame, okay? So we're going to get into pile number one now. It is at 38, okay? That's pile number one. This connection, just like that crystal, has been through a lot, okay? And this is somebody that is definitely triggering towards you or to you. This is somebody that really has hurt you, pile number one. And I do have a message from them. You are definitely in separation, but this has been a fairly long pause. Okay. Long story short, there could be some significance to traveling with this person, or you had talked or had dreams and hopes of traveling with this person, and or this person could be known to travel for their work, for their hobbies, their lifestyle, okay, quite frequently. And you know them also to have settled, okay? They have settled with a situation that maybe you knew them to be in, or maybe you did not. Others have settled with lesser than individuals than you. And what I mean by that is this is not a contest. This is something factual in the sense of existence, all right, in the soul sense, okay. There are matches. We talk about it all the time in Tarot Land, right? And then there are just, it's like oil and water. Ain't no way they're going to go together, okay? Not for long, anyways, right? And long story short, this person could have settled for many of you because there were people, places, um, not places, I'm sorry, people, friends, relatives, excuse me, that were around this individual, and for whatever reason they didn't take a liking to you. Could be because, they were using this person, your person. Could be because there were secrets connecting to the individuals, the family, the ties that bind, I'm hearing you say, right? And I do see that this person is coming out as very family oriented. I do see them coming out as very goal oriented as well. And again, that could lead to them having to travel. All right. This person is known for having, big goals. So this could be, somebody really, them to talk about their dreams, goals, aspirations, and it's not, something like, okay, well, I'd like to go to, standard university for standard job, right? Dot, period, end of story, right? Like it sounds, almost off the wall, perhaps, right? Big goals, big dreams. All right. And you and this person, in spite of their settling in the 3D, are very much connected at the 5D. Okay. You know this to be the case. All right. Which again can tie into some of that source of pain, right? Because you are aware, you are giving whoever I'm speaking to, whether guy, girl, what have you. I'm trying to say divine feminine. I almost said high priestess. So you could often, when you have your personal tarot readings, be met with the high priestess card um, in reference to your energy. Okay, it could be some significance, or you could resonate with that card on some specific measure. All right. But basically, this person let their fears, doubts, their weaknesses, perhaps, okay, their choices and their people, basically allow for the ball to drop and the chips to fall where they may, kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure. There could be some significance to gambling. Maybe somebody has some gambling debt or some gambling wins coming through. Or there's some significance to that. Or somebody could, maybe even work at a casino in some form of entertainment. Okay. And their message for you here, pile number one, is you are irreplaceable, which you already know, just like a high priestess would, or a divine feminine, right? This person saying, I'm really bad at commitment. They want you to know you've affected their life significantly. Okay. To be clear, this isn't just like a grumbly mumbly card. Okay. This is like coming from a place of high sentiment and vulnerability. All right. Now this person really could have told you in the past, well, stop pressuring me. They could have let you know I'm feeling pressured, um, et cetera, about the connection, about getting something off the ground and keeping it off the ground here. But they want you to know that they are intentioning and taking the steps, whether baby steps or giant leaps. And I have to say it that way, pile number one, because this is still a general collective message. Okay, so take what resonates here for you as well as your person. But they are, walking the accountability line. All right. Um, they're reminiscing. Okay, they want you to know they definitely have love for you. All right, I love you energy coming through. They feel like they ruined everything, so there is definitely remorse there, and there's that friends, family disapproval. Um, this person could be known to hide behind material things. Again, this could be connecting to the family, the ties that bind. Okay, this could be the mindset, the templating that this person was born into. They want you to know that you're speaking to them through music, whether you're aware of that or not. I say it that way because, we do so many things, whether we're aware of it or not. And this life is far more spiritual than you may realize. And what I mean by that is a lot goes on in the spirit realm. And often we're waiting for the results of that, the significance of the change and actions or interactions in the spirit realm to trickle into the 3D. Okay, and this is why we're talking about you and this person are basically married at the freaking fifth dimension, but in the 3D, it's like you don't know each other anymore. Right now, you're just somebody that I used to know. Right. This person blamed you, but it was their fault. They now realize that. Again, accountability. Okay. And they do have intentions to be together with you if you'll have them. They're saying, as far as they're aware, you were the best thing in their life. And whatever words they said that they said hastily, all right, they regret them too, wishing they could take it back. And when people ask, they just try to be, this is somebody that goes stoic in the face, or is somebody to say, "Oh, I don't know, or just grumble, right? Maybe somebody is known to be grumbly mumbly. They're saying, I'm so attracted to you. And a lot of signs are pointing to you. And the thought. All right, so y'all, if y'all already did the thought of that, right? And if you didn't, ooh, the thought of it just the same, just saying, okay? Very attracted to you. They wonder, are you going to still view them as a worthy candidate, right? And you're being asked here, Divine Feminine, to essentially surrender because this person is coming in within 6 months, okay? And just to cure your ails, perhaps, all right, while you're waiting without waiting, okay? Because we're not, divine feminines don't really wait, okay? They don't chase either. They just attract, right? You just know, and you just are grateful, and you're just grateful for the journey, right? Right. Okay. So part of the journey could be in those moments where you feel like you're looking for gratitude, to take a walk. All right. Cool down, get some fresh air. Maybe hydrate. Okay. Hydrate's always a good idea. But maybe get some extra water in you and really kind of work with the water, talk into the water, right? Peace, okay? Contentment, joy, right? Whatever you're feeling, perhaps that you're lacking at the moment, you could speak into that water. It will definitely enrich your water experience, but also as you drink it in, really drink it in, okay? Be present in that moment, just kind of like we talked about earlier a few moments ago. Um, and here's an exercise with more specificity for those that really want to go deep. The card says, name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Okay, wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, wherever you're looking around. Okay. All right. So that definitely would kind of get you out of any loops that you might find yourselves working out of. All right. In your mental state. Just saying. Okay. And you know what? I'm not coming for you. It comes and goes in waves. I get that. All right. It is a journey. I just offer you these little tidbits of information to help you keep your peace because you deserve that. All right. Whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine or not. Okay. Collective. All right. So I am going to ring the bell for the next round of freebies. You guys get 1 per session for those that aren't aware. All right. Any questions? Please feel free to ask about the live stream rules, etc. Um, and I do believe that Fiona, our moderator, has already placed the live stream rules into the chat. Please, you guys, help the channel by following all of the prompts, not just some. Okay. And of course, Mayat Law is still underway. So thank you, Fiona, for your help. I really appreciate you guys being here. I hope you are having fun with me. I know I'm enjoying myself. And I can't really think of too many other ways to spend a Saturday. All right. Just saying, you guys, I really appreciate you being here. And I hope that you do enjoy the energy. All right. Let me see what. Oh, I have to play catch up. I see what's going on. All right. Let me see. Okay, you're okay, Spoonie. Go ahead. Okay, you have pest control on Wednesday. All right, that's awesome. Well, the thing, what's in cardboard though, Spoonie, if you really think about it. As much as cardboard is useful, but sheesh, if you ever took a microscope to it, you'd see some things. Just saying. Ugh. Just saying. All right. So if we don't have oh my goodness. Well, I don't know about that life spoonie, but it doesn't sound like something that is like super great. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. But if that's the case, get all that stuff out of there immediately. Everything gotta go, because you got it's either you or the stuff. It's either you or this. And I mean, how would it be to live your life if you lost you? You know what I mean? You know, so it's like the no brainer is to pick you. You know, every time. And sometimes you get better at picking you in certain days than others. I get that, but I think as long as you repeatedly set yourself to be stubborn about repeatedly choosing you, one day you're gonna wake up into a whole new different experience about life. That's what I think. It holds on to smells, but there's bugs in it like every time. Not to be, look it up. They're called mites, some type of mite. They're not roaches, but I mean, I would just assume if you had anything like that, I mean, that you wouldn't, I don't know, you wouldn't want paper products for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, just look it up. Like, you don't have to believe me. You can look it up though. I'm just saying. Like the brand new ones. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't even think about the babies. Ooh, okay, no, I don't want my skin falling. I gotta focus. Okay, so we're gonna, if there's no other questions, no worries. Pile number two. Let's get to it. Okay. Now this could be for somebody who's older. Okay, this is definitely for somebody. To be clear, this one is not for everybody. And no, I don't know who it is for. That's for you to know. Okay. And I say that so no one feels embarrassed. Okay. Because I know what this is going to talk about. And I just wanted to be clear about that. Okay. And I only know from the cards. All right. Just, I didn't do any extra investigation. All right. I'm not that type. Okay. So now, if you want to book a personal, we can get into all of this further. But this is pretty short and clear cut. Okay. This is going to be for somebody who has already been thinking about retirement goals. Okay. You've been saving towards retirement. And I'm getting that you are an older individual. I'm also getting that you could be an older male individual. I'm also getting that this could be an LGBTQ plus, I haven't said consideration. I'm trying to say situation. Maybe this is somebody that you normally don't go like maybe this is like okay, like maybe it's like somebody's a widow and it's like, well, I always thought maybe I'd like a sausage and just gonna go have one just to see, right? But and there could be some significance to overseas or living by the sea, by the ocean, right? And long story short, baby, and I hate to tell you, okay, I need you to know I'm not judging you, whoever this is for, and this is for somebody, and I pray that it gets to them. So you guys, please share the video, okay? Please tell a friend. Please do not just come on here and project stupidity, okay? Please and thank you. Somebody is being catfished, and this is serious, okay? This is serious because long story short, this this is a karmic lover from another timeline. Maybe that's past life to you. Okay, maybe not. So this is somebody that it almost is like when I read the energy, it's like they intuitively know how to pull the strings for this particular individual beyond the normal stereotypical ways, right? Like it's like, okay, obviously we've heard of people being taken advantage of a certain age variety, right? And I'm not coming for that certain age variety. I'm just saying like see how like that is, we all can like reference that because it's just been stereotyped. Like it's like, okay, the older person and then like a younger person comes in, they're like, oh, I love you, give me all your money and like sign your life over to me, right? We've heard of something like that or a story made up about something like that. It's almost iconic, right? Right, but I'm talking about beyond that, which is why this is kind of like really important and kind of scary. Okay. um there could be some significance to this person's like teeth. Okay, whether this is you or the individual, like super white, super like just, almost like perfect, the way that, maybe the way that maybe a lot of dentures are, maybe that is of some significance. But this person is a walking red flag, and the reason why the divine has me talking about it is because you keep ignoring it. All right, you're being love bombed. This is not love. You're being breadcrumbed. That is not love. Okay, you do not need to enter into this situationship, and if you do, whether guy, girl, what have you, okay, you need to know that this person's hidden agenda is really just to ride whatever you got, okay, energetically, and damn sure pentacly, right? I'm making up words, but seriously, your money, okay. um For some of you, this person wants money to create a business. For others of you, this person makes a business out of this. Okay, especially if you're talking to somebody overseas, not to be all like saying everybody overseas does that. I'm just telling you that this is somebody that is perhaps across a large ass body of water, okay, talking to you, and they are catfishing you. Okay, they want your money, babe. I say it with love. I'm not trying to tear you down. I'm not here saying that you're not worthy of love and that love's never coming to you just because it can't be this person. I'm just saying this person wants you in this deep fake situation, and spirit wanted the tea spilled, so here I am giving the tea. All right, and just to be clear, I even went further into the tarot because I knew we really weren't there yet. Okay, and it's still giving big. Okay, the Hangman and the World card energy is coming out simultaneously. All right, and the next card out, Judgment. Okay, you need to choose you. Okay, love you so much that you stop ignoring the red flag here, honey. Because if not, your money's on the table. Your money is on the line, and you won't have access to it. Okay, because you will have given it. This person, again, I get it. There is a large pool there. Okay, it's a test though. This is a test. Do you choose yourself now? Maybe you and this person or this entity or energy have a thing going because there is a lesson or a cycle that needs to be broken. Okay, if you don't break it, you're going to remain in this asked out cycle where it's almost giving, this makes me think of this movie Office Space, right? And then there's like this guy they picked on, and he was like, but it's my stapler. Like, he got hit by, oh God, I don't know if it was a truck or something. It just makes me think of like that poor guy. Like, he couldn't get a leg up, like not for not trying. And then like he even tried to spin some like really bad shit around, like, okay, it's fine, like at least I got some money. But like his life never was really good. You know what I mean? It's giving that is what you would kind of turn your retirement lifestyle into. Not necessarily getting hit by trucks, hopefully, right? But just the feeling of just like not being able to it's like falling down, and then like being like just lambasted every time you try to get back up, kind of thing, right? And not for not trying to get back up. It's giving hell, honey. You don't, penny, it's poor. We don't do poor in New Earth, right? And so you got to realize in the scenario, you choosing to ignore the red flag is simultaneously you choosing to not be nice and to not be loving towards yourself, as well as, hold on, as well as triply simultaneously, just go with it. I'm just making up phrases. Um, Telling the universe that you don't trust that love will ever come for you, and that you're better at playing God in that sense, to just go out and almost get into a fabrication of what love is. At this point, I go, do you know what love is? If that's you, because you really need to learn that, honey, so that you can really get more of that. And it starts with you choosing you. All right. So that's for somebody. Okay. I'm ringing the bell again for those that maybe came in later for your free tarot. All right. Love and light, Jessica. um, So yeah, I mean that is pretty short and sweet. Like I told you guys for pound number 2, but it had to come out. Somebody's something. I pray they hear that and receive it. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's a lot. If there's no other questions, that's okay. I will ring the bell at least one final time. I just know it's really late and I wasn't sure who all was on here. Let me just get through this last pile then. It looks like there's no one in there in the queue for the freebie, which is fine. No pressure. All right. So pile number 3, again, could be dealing with twin flame, right? Oh, okay. Let me see here, Fiona. Okay, let me see. I just saw that 8 of Wands, which means message. Okay, let's see. I'm just hearing with this King of Swords, which actually I thought was the Queen, Fiona, right? I'm just hearing you're a good person. Use your discernment. Trust your discernment. Okay. And discernment could also be generally read as your intuition, right? But what is this about? Trusted discernment. Trusted discernment. Oh. So there's a soulmate energy around you. There's a soulmate energy. Wait, hold on. Ooh. I mean, okay, so Fiona, I have the King of Cups coming in, right? Somebody might be trying to withhold something from you, whether it's information, property, or just trying to be controlling over you. And the King of Swords, which I originally was telling you I thought was the Queen, that's actually your father coming through for that. Long story short, whatever like discord there is in your energy between you and someone else, this could be you and your sister. It's almost like your dad's like, you're the you're a good person, like you're doing right, you know, like you're not out of line, okay? And that there will be resolution. All right. I guess he's trying to say he's assisting with that. I look down and the word says truth with the King of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Wish fulfillment. Whatever you've been wanting from recent times between you and your sister, unless this is a friend, but I'm just getting sister. Yeah, with that 6 of Cups for sure. Is, and the 6 of Cups came back around on the bottom. Yep. Whatever you are looking for a resolution for or better energies for, it's almost like your dad's just trying to say he's on it, and also wanted to give you the confirmation, not that you needed the validation, but that you are like, it's like there's not anything more that you could be expected to do or say or even think in whatever that situation is. It's almost like your sister's perception needed to be like enlightened, or yeah. So okay, let me see here, babe, hold on one second. Okay. um Love and Light is Nika, and who else came in here? Okay, let me see. Love and Light again, Jessica. um so So you can ask Jessica, like if you're asking in general, I would just say that often, my understanding is when you, especially if you're like, let's say you're like doing the dishes or you're just, I don't know, like you're driving somewhere or something or walking, and you just all of a sudden just get like a remembrance, or maybe even in your mind's eye, like you see an image of your crossed over loved one. It's often that they're right there, right? So, and if you guys are asking for the free tarot, please just follow the description, or follow the rules in the description box, because it helps me understand when you do ask me a question, if you're asking me like in one way versus another, just for my own clarity, okay? um and I'm sorry that you have a difficult relationship there, Fiona, but the thing is, I mean, it ends well in the sense of 10 of cups, which I forgot to mention that card. Sorry, I'm just like all over the place tonight. But yeah, utilize your strength, Fiona. And I don't know, I guess your dad just wanted to make you feel better about a shitty situation. But you guys, you'll get there. You'll get to more of a common ground. I think somebody has a little bit more growing to do. It's almost like, is your sister older than you, but maybe you're a little bit more wiser? Well, not that you'd be like, yeah, I'm wiser, but it's almost like you seem to be a lot more, um, well, how do I say this? It just seems like you're more like tapped in and aware and maybe a little bit more empathetic. Yeah, she's older. Yeah. So sometimes, ego, right? It's like, what do you mean? Like it's like I watched you come out of mom. Like I know more, Oh, 5 years? Yeah, that will do it. Yeah. Okay. Well, sometimes we sign up for these experiences so that we can learn as well as teach, right? And so it sounds like you're doing a bang up job, and your dad just wanted you to know that as well, and that he's supporting the two of you to get to brighter days about that, which is good news. Okay, that was a good message. Freaked me out though whenever the cards are like, I was like, I don't even do Ouija board. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what do you mean hi? Like, what? Anyways, so I'm glad you came on though, so I could give the message. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you. Um, okay, so let's get into this after like what, an hour and 7 minutes and 30 seconds, right? Gosh, I need to hydrate. Talking too much. Okay, so again, you guys, this was pile number 3, our last pile for tonight. Master Healer. Okay, there could be some significance since we are talking potentiality of twin flames. For this one, again, there could be some significance to you and or your person, because I do see mirroring energy here. Really falling in line, taking the steps to um, becoming that master alchemist. And I'm also hearing to say that just as well, you could also resonate with the knowance of being that of a returned ascended master. Okay. This could be also, telling of you being an original, those that know. Okay. This is giving again that ancient soul energy. Um, I know that we talked about twin flames in pile number 1. This doesn't necessarily feel like 1,010% cookie cutter the same as far as what I'm reading energetically. Um, so if you know that you are a twin flame connected to this collective and pile number 1 didn't resonate, this could actually be your message, okay? If you know that you are not on the twin flame journey, this still could be your message in certain parts. I have to say it that way because it's a general collective. And please, as with any message that you hear or find on this channel or any, all right, only take what resonates, okay? Tarot is meant to be a confirmation of most of what you already know, okay? Um, so there's that. Now, this person, okay, that I'm talking about on the other side, all right, that is not necessarily the collective member, or at least the collective member I'm addressing as the primary energy here. Sorry for the movement there, the disturbance. Um, don't know why this is. I think it's just because I'm moving too many things around, and it's just a little. Girl is tad. No, let me stop. But anyways, um, this person is a masculine, or somebody in overarching masculine energy. And I say it that way because we all have masculine and we all have feminine, regardless of our meat suit, sexual preference, race, creed, okay, etc., etc. Just saying, okay. Now, sleepless nights energy again on the board. All right, this person is not sleeping, or you are not sleeping over this person, because again, the mirroring energy. There's need for forgiveness here. It's almost like one person's like laying awake at night under the same stars, all right, wondering, fearing that somebody may or may not forgive, and the other person under the same blanket of cosmic um, galaxy vibes is fearing that they're forgotten. And again, with this mirroring energy, you're both asked to overcome the lack mindset. Am I good enough? Are they too good for me? Do I have enough? Could we make this a thing? Is this actual reality or delusion to have each other to hold? Somebody here could be in the public eye. Okay, with this Queen of Wands, you're at least foxy and fine, whether guy, girl, what have you. Okay, and this person knows that you've got choices. But the thing about this situation is, I think that they're looking at your situation here, collective member, whoever resonates with perhaps being, maybe you're like an influencer, online personality. What this person sees when they look at you and your world and your energy is that you've got these options, but you don't necessarily see that. And you know what? That freaks them the fuck out. Because they're like, ain't no way that, somebody's going to come in and swoop. I almost said her, them. Okay. So this person is trying to utilize all of their strength to come in. Okay. But look at this chariot energy. Is it giving like direct, like, and with ease? This is giving like all hell had to break loose first before this person could actually, almost like regenerate themselves into like a new person with a new tax bracket, etc. Right? But there's a lot of love for you, collective member, whoever this is for, okay? And you are wish fulfillment to them. And I gather that they are wish fulfillment to you as well. This person wants to heal the connection. All right. They were unawakened previously, which led to them being in deceptive energy as well as being in denial. All right. You're being guided here, divine feminine energy. I say it that way because guy, girl, what have you, energy, right? To receive this offer. Because this person wants to come in divine timing, of course, and give you an offer of marriage, right? There's that mirroring energy. Um, and this person has a message for you. Um, for those that will resonate, okay? And only take what resonates from this aspect of the message as well. Pile number 3. I left you before you could leave me. And you and I were too young. All right. So there's that deception, denial energy, right? They're saying, I regret the lies. All right. And I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So again, nothing's really wasted there when you realize that you're just doing, the walkthrough the way that the spiritual contract states. Okay. It's learn and grow your soul. All right. This person was consistently triggering, perhaps because they were consistently mirroring back to you until they weren't, which could have been just as triggering, just the same, right? You know, what it's like to leave people behind, essentially. Not because, oh, all of a sudden you're better, but because, oh, all of a sudden you don't resonate in a vibratory frequency any longer. And so that you just cannot really, it's kind of giving, again, going back to this reference, that oil and water effect. It's just, it's like you could be in the same room, but you're not on the same freaking, you might not even be on the same timeline, let alone the frequency, right? And so there's just no getting around that, because this life, again, is far more spiritual than you may realize. And this person didn't at first realize that, and they now are because of you. And I think that's pretty beautiful when you look at it with a widened lens like that, to really see all aspects of the blessing that is the journey. Okay. And this person's becoming better, a better person, all right, because of you, but also because of themselves. They're starting to become more authentic in themselves and in their own truth, from self to self, right? It's one thing to be all like, okay, let me just stop lying to other people, but you really can't until you stop lying to yourself. Makes sense? And this is the journey that the person that, you know, you are connected to, for sure, if this resonates, was definitely on. They were hiding who they really were from you, yes, but also, how do you think that happened, right? They're saying a replay or conversations, all right, whether this is audio, okay, or something visual like text, photos also comes to mind, of course. They're saying, I know I crossed the line. You know, some of you, they knew exactly what they were doing in those deceitful moments and in those times of denial. Okay. But now that they're starting to understand, now that they realize who you are, now that they're starting to become more into the awareness of who they are, they're scared to reach out. Okay. They want you to know, in spite of that, they do love you. They're just trying to think of what to say right now. Okay. Um, this person could have, this person and you could have been in separation for 5 years. All right. And this person likely will come back around into your orbit, all right, within 3 months. Okay. Um, but, you know, being asked to forgive this masculine, all right, surrender to the connection and allow the marriage to take place. All right. I do if you do, right? All right, so that's what I have for you guys. That's the end of pile number 3. Thank you for letting me get through those. Gosh, most likely quite inartfully, but I don't know, it's still feeling like Mercury's in retrograde, interestingly enough. Love and light, Danielle Marie. Welcome, welcome. So please check out that description box, babe, below for the live stream roles, or scroll up in the chat. Maybe it should be in the chat, so that you can definitely ask your free question before I hop off the live stream. Yes, of course you may. And anyone else who is still eligible, you guys get 1 per live stream, of course. I do appreciate you guys hopping on and participating like you do and following along the live stream rules. Okay, it helps me, it helps you, it helps everybody collectively, and that is true. All right, so thank you. Oh, my cards are everywhere. A lot of changes. I told you, you guys, though. I told you the other day, whenever the heck it was, maybe it was yesterday, gosh, I don't know. Check the community board, you guys. I'm always posting on there, talking to you, or trying to, right, asking questions, or trying to, over on that community board. And I'd love a lot more activity, please and thank you. I'm not sure if y'all are just bored with me or what, but whew, your girl be trying. I'll be trying to communicate, because I can't always sit here on a live stream, quite unfortunately at the moment, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, let me see here, Spoonie. Hopefully not. Let me see. I'm hearing no, but we'll see. Oh, I'm getting tired. Here we go. Oh, I was right. We got a no, and we got a no at the bottom. So no. So no. You better not be around there. Love and light, haha. Welcome. Um, saying he left his stuff and I didn't see it. He. Let me see. Wait, let me see something. Maybe it wasn't him. I don't know, because I asked if your stuff was left, and it's giving the Ten of Pentacles, Spoonie, which to me also gives house vibes, right? And it's also a yes. So maybe it wasn't him. That's why, that's why I do shy away from the yes, no often when I can. That's why I do try to give you guys more what I can give beyond just the yes, no. Because the thing is like, okay, so I asked the question, like, you know, I mean, the way that it was posed, like, was Brian there? And maybe it wasn't Brian that dropped the stuff off, because it's like a bit, according to the tarot, yes, no. Brian wasn't there. The stuff could have been, you know, which is real interesting. Also, I'm grateful for whenever you like orbit out of Brian's frequency, Spoonie, so that we don't have to deal with him anymore, because that'd be great. Like, seriously, over that energy. I don't like to read that energy. It's not good energy. Ugh. Gives me the ick. Oh, and he has bed bugs. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I don't. Okay, I'm ringing the bell. Let's not do that to love tonight. We're just going to tap all the way out of that. I am not having my skin crawl tonight. We went from roaches to fucking bed bugs. Ugh. Yikes. Okay. I'm like trying not to hyperventilate. Hold on. Okay. Got him. All right. We're good. Anyone else have a question? I have a question. Anyone else have a question? Oh, Spoonie. I love you though. I'm rooting for you. Just gotta keep working the steps, and you are. Stay the hell away from that ex. Stop talking and thinking about him. Don't let him text you. Whatever he got. If he got bed bugs, you don't need that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, you got cardboard to get rid of and stuff. You know what I mean? Well, at least you can deny the email access, right? You can start there until you figure out a way to get the restraining order. Make sense? I mean, you're saying he only has access. That's the issue. That's the whole issue. Access denied. Next. Right? This is easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay? And it's the 3, 2, 1 portal. You can do it, Spoonie. Alright, but anyways, you guys, I love you. You're amazing. Okay? And please don't give up. We've all got something that we're climbing out of, facing, overcoming, right? It's not a contest. But you know, that's not true, Spoonie. You can block him because what sense does that make? Okay, let's talk about it. All right, not that I'm giving legal advice, but let's just talk about what you're saying for a second. If you block somebody and they're finding a way to have access to you to harass you, that's the evidence that you would need to take to court. You would think, just logically, and not the evidence where I gave access and they were harassing. Just saying, like, it would bolster the credibility of like the actual like extreme amount of harassment when access has been removed. Otherwise, you're just tolerating the harassment. Make sense? And that's where I go. I draw the line. We're done talking about that because I personally don't tolerate that. I don't any longer. I'm grateful to say it because it almost cost me my life. So I'm okay with talking about how I have boundaries and I don't allow just anyone to have just any kind of access to myself. And I teach others to do just that because that's what you should do when you are living a lifestyle of self love every time. It doesn't even matter who you are, how old you are, where you live, what you do, what ailments you might have. Like, that's just the long and the short of it. Just dumbing it down. Okay. And I say it with respect and love. Okay. It's just very matter of fact. I get it. But it is what it is, right? It's either love and loving towards self or not. And it's up for you to be honest about the way that, you live and think. Is it in the genre of self-love and loving myself and choosing myself or not? And then it's up for you to decide from there what your next steps are, because you can. And if not, you're making the choice to just do the opposite. It's still a choice you're making. And we all have the same choice, you know? And it's a choice you have to make over and over. It's a choice sometimes you have to remind yourself to make. I get that, but it is a capable choice. And you can access denied and choose yourself. And if you allow fear to escalate, then you're allowing the access to escalate. And that's just when you really put your coach hat on, right? If you want to call this a mafia hat or not, all right. At least I know, I'm living an intentional life. At least I know the people, the places, and the things that have access to me I deem worthy and fitting. Okay. Only because I mean, everybody in my life has taught me that I better choose myself. And you know what? I'm grateful to them. Someday you'll be grateful to Brian too for the lesson that you're learning through this. Gosh, I hope you keep going. That's all. Keep learning. Learn the lesson and close the cycle out. Overcome the fear and take your life back. And you know what? Thanks for coming on, Spoonie, because you're not the only one going through something similar in some way, shape, or form. Quite unfortunately, I'd like to add, because I hate to talk about it, because I know in some ways, shapes, forms, and measures of what all that lifestyle, when you're not choosing you, leads to. And it's not pretty or healthy. I can say that because I know. Right? Right. Like, I guess, I don't know. Also, not to be like I want to watch what I say, because like I don't like, but my thing is, like, even if you were, like, if you were of that life, right, mafia, right, when you, like, even if you were of that, like, I don't think you'd be on a live stream going like, yeah, pew pew, like, people are just, I don't know. God, I'm still rooting for humanity. It is a choice that I'm making. Let me stop. Love and light, Ronak. Um, I cannot. My journey, I feel like in many ways is still starting, if that makes sense. Not exactly sure what sub compartmental aspect of my journey you might be referencing. If you're talking tarot, perhaps, is that it, Ronak? Bless you too, Taha. You are blessed. Um, Ronak, are you here? No, the beats. No, I made the beats and I'm singing. Um, it might be similar though. I'm not sure the reference, because I don't think it sounds like the Chronic though. I'm not sure. Okay, so you're still here, Ronak. Okay, the occult field. Um, so no, I don't want anybody to be sorry. You're okay, Taha. One second. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Oh my goodness. That was a big one. Okay. So no, I don't want anybody to be sorry. My tarot journey, quite interestingly, definitely unexpected. I didn't know I was gonna be doing tarot. I was very much steeped in the religious community, the religious sect. I taught um, aspects of Bible theology at the master's level at the church that I had worshiped in. We had started a college, Bible college. So I was like about that life. And long story short, around the year 2020, just like a lot of other people, that great awakening, the first, I feel like it was one of the first waves. All right, we still have others to go. I'm claiming. Um, so yeah. And long story short, the same Holy Spirit that I always prayed to, and always heard from, um, basically explained a little bit more about myself. I was really, really in a lot of meditative states, intentionally. I, made um, a couple trips to the beach, just to really cleanse my soul, my spirit, and everything, and commune. And I always, even as a Christian, worshipped at the edge of the ocean. Just I just love being in that type of element. And just it had been expressed to me like, these are things that and things that you're being asked to essentially do. And I'm like, what? Because to me, at that time, the version of me, it's like, that's demonic. What do you mean? How could I? And, I love God. And, and it's like, well, wait a minute. I had to have this epiphany. It's like, okay, the same Holy Spirit that I know, like, that I commune with, like, I mean, very much to this day, it's the same. Okay. And, that led me down the path of spirituality. It was 2020 at the time. You know, in my field, nobody was working. A lot of time to dive into some of these things. And actually, there was a YouTuber who helped me tremendously. She doesn't know me from a hole in the wall, but um, Christina Lopes, last name spelling Lopes. She's got a lot of phenomenal free cataloged information, whole host of video content in her library for free about a lot of important subject matters, and she's very learned on a lot of those as well. And she allowed me to. She essentially was like my remote guide, right, of sorts through what I can only term as what is a dark night of the soul, a level of it at least. And it's not just one night, and it's not just one time per lifetime, okay? But it is serious shadow work. I can say it that way at least. And, so I, as I always had, I always walked with spirit, right? I always was obedient. And so this is me, coming on doing just the same. I had other ideas for things that I could do with my gifts and talents. But like Taha had mentioned, okay, you hear the background. I'm a singer songwriter, and I only started producing some beats just for the channel because the song that I have out on Spotify is not a super new release anymore. And really, unless it gets play, I don't know that I'll be actually like adding much more to the repertoire because I feel like the song is great as is and should get play as is. So, still actively manifesting that, I suppose, in a lot of ways. But thanks for noticing. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with your girl. And I don't know, I always have a great time on the live streams hanging out with you guys. It's always great energy. And I hope that you guys got the clarity that you were looking for, perhaps. And if not, at least a little something out of one of these messages. And don't forget our portal message for the 321 portal. Definitely stay the course. There's really nothing but greatness ahead. And I'll leave you with the image, okay, of this cracker. All right, it's giving firecracker, but it just is cracker. On this particular card, it says positive energy surrounds you, love, joy, and good fortune awaits. All right, and that is the overarching energy and overarching message of that 321 portal. If I did not actually elaborate that previously. And it's funny because the way this is depicted, it's almost giving like that Chinese New Year vibes, right? Where they give out those like red envelopes and things like that. So really talking about the right now, you guys. So please don't give up. All right. You've got greatness and you are greatness. Okay. And more around the bend. I promise. I really appreciate you. Much love and light.